Hey there. Welcome back. Good to see you again.
Today's story is special. It's one of those that speaks straight to the heart. It's about loyalty, love, and that one person who stays when the rest of the world walks away. So take a moment, breathe in, and let me share with you a story that reminds us why we should never leave the one who never left us. Ray was just 17 when everything he knew turned to dust. It was a stormy night. The roads were slick, the air sharp like broken glass. His parents were driving to his basketball game. He'd scored the winning shot. They were late. Too late. A drunk driver, a blind curve, and a single phone call shattered his world. Ray didn't cry at the funeral. Not because he wasn't broken, but because he didn't know how to show it. Grief sat in his chest like a stone, heavy and unmoving. His parents left no will, no savings. Just unpaid bills, and a house the bank would soon reclaim. And that's when another storm came. Family he hadn't seen in years showed up, not to help, but to claim what little was left. A distant uncle fought over his dad's old watch. An aunt demanded to keep their dog. No one asked how Ray was doing. Even his so-called best friend, Leo, the one who used to say, "We're brothers for life," ghosted him the second the court ordered Ray into a youth shelter until a guardian could be found. But Maria never left. She was his neighbor. Quiet, sharp, kind. She once broke a kid's nose in 6th grade for mocking Ray's stutter. Maria had her own storms. Her dad was sick. Her mom worked 2 jobs. They had barely enough for themselves. Yet somehow, she always found a way to bring Ray food. Not just scraps. Warm, home-cooked meals with little handwritten notes like, "I see you." One night, as Ray sat alone in a cold room at the shelter, Maria came in the room and sat beside Ray. She held out a notebook. "What's this?" he asked. "Your future," she said. "College apps. And a plan." Ray laughed bitterly. "I can't even afford dinner. How am I supposed to think about college?" But she just smiled. "Because you're not going to be here forever." Then came the twist. Ray was almost out of the shelter when he got an unexpected offer. His uncle, the same one who tried to take his dad's watch, wanted to become his legal guardian. He said all the right things. Promised to help Ray rebuild. Even took him out to dinner. Maria didn't trust it. "Why now?" she asked. "Why after all this time?" But Ray, desperate for family, said yes. The first month seemed okay. His uncle let him stay in the guest room, enrolled him back in school, even gave him a part-time job at his auto shop. But slowly things changed. Ray's paychecks were delayed, then vanished. His uncle began locking the fridge. The guest room turned into a storage closet. One night, Ray overheard a call. "I don't care what the kid wants," his uncle growled. "I'm getting the benefits as long as he's in my house. After that, he's someone else's problem." Ray packed that night. Walked 6 miles in the rain back to the shelter. Maria was already waiting there. Soaked, shivering, holding an umbrella. "I knew you'd leave," she said. "Now, let's build your way out." Years passed. Ray juggled brutal shifts, bookstore clerk by day, janitor by night. He slept in libraries, skipped meals, and kept his dream alive with duct tape and coffee.
Maria?
She stayed. Through every rejection letter, every emotional collapse, every night he doubted he was worth saving. But just before his final year of college, Ray disappeared. No calls. No texts. Nothing. Maria was crushed. Had he given up? The truth? Ray had been accepted into a secretive tech incubator across the country. The opportunity of a lifetime, but with a strict no-contact policy during development. He left a letter with Maria's mom, but it never reached her. He spent a year building a startup from nothing, sleeping in his car, coding in diners. The project launched. It took off. And Ray became someone. Fast forward 2 years. Ray returned. Successful.
Polished.
Wealthy. But he didn't go on podcasts. Didn't throw money around. His first stop? Maria's doorstep. She opened the door and just stared. "You left," she said quietly. "I never meant to," he replied. "You were the reason I made it. And now, I want the world to know." A month later, Ray was invited to deliver a keynote speech at a massive tech conference. Thousands of people, cameras, CEOs. He stepped onto the stage. "I want to talk about success," he said, "but not mine." He told them everything: the loss, the betrayal, the sleepless nights. And the one person who never left. "You want to know what real loyalty looks like?" Ray said, voice breaking. "She gave when she had nothing. She stayed when no one else did. So while you clap for me, I want you to clap for the girl who stayed." The crowd erupted, but Ray didn't feel relaxed and enjoyed in the applause. He walked straight off the stage to the back row, took Maria's hand and whispered, "You believed in me when I was nobody. So now that the world sees me as somebody, I'm choosing you." And that is the story of the one who stayed. Life will always bring people in and out of your path, but if you're lucky enough to have someone who stood by you when you had nothing, don't ever let them go. Success is beautiful, but it means so much more when you remember the ones who believed in you before the world ever did. If this story touched your heart, go ahead and like, comment, and share it with someone who needs to hear it. And if you enjoy stories like this, make sure to subscribe so you never miss the next one. Thanks for being here. Until next time, take care and never forget who stayed.